This is going to be a smoking hot video. Pun intended. I've been asked about CBD oil numerous times, and thanks to an awesome viewer, she has prompted me to expedite a video on this highly controversial topic. Okay, let's seriously get into the studies found on CBD. But before that, let's try to clarify a few things about CBD and THC, as you may find products online may confuse you. CBD and THC are natural compounds called cannabinoids. Marijuana has more THC than CBD, and hemp has a lot more of CBD than THC. Because they have different chemical properties, they affect your body differently. THC, which is a psychoactive compound, meaning it affects the mind, gives a euphoric feeling, while CBD is not psychoactive, but gives you an overall feeling of well-being. They both release neurotransmitters in the brain, facilitating glutamate, GABA, dopamine, 5-HTP, and norepinephrine, positively affecting pain, mood, sleep, and memory. Interestingly, we have two types of cannabinoid receptors already in our bodies. The endocannabinoid system is important because it regulates nervous, digestive, reproductive, immune, and metabolic functions. THC binds these receptors throughout our body and nervous system, which is why you get the feeling of euphoria. CBD, however, does not bind to these receptors, but binds to other types of receptors like serotonin receptors, which is why it positively affects mood and behavior. Truth be told, both have very good benefits. However, I would caution against using THC, both Delta 9 and Delta 8, a lesser potent form of THC, as the side effects may outweigh the positives, such as memory loss, coordination problems, dry mouth, slower reaction times, increased anxiety, paranoia, hallucination, negative psychiatric effects with long-term use. CBD, however, has less severe negative side effects, but some that you should be aware of: fatigue, weight loss, dizziness, and diarrhea. For argument's sake, let's assume CBD oil that contains less than 0.3% of THC is a choice of supplementation. Benefits of CBD oil are as follows: anti-inflammatory, anticonvulsant, antioxidant, antiemetic, anxiolytic, and antipsychotic properties. And new evidence of using CBD has found therapeutic activities in the treatment of cancer and neurodegenerative disorders. Concerns and caution. I must note the studies are relatively new and the long-term effects are still unknown. More importantly, even the studies that have been conducted notate that the benefits have been mostly based upon neurotypical individuals and not those diagnosed with ASD. Therefore, the benefits may not be the same, as it has been noted that the ASD brain functions a bit differently when testing different GABA levels. With that being said, CBD oil likely affects each autistic child differently as well. And just FYI, several states have approved CBD as a form of autism treatment, so check with your state. Not all CBD oil is quality oil. That's why my product of choice would be Bluebird Botanicals CBD oils. I also feel using synthetic drugs that have worse side effects as opposed to using a natural herb just doesn't make logical sense. So this is completely up to you whether you want to use CBD products or not, as this is purely my opinion and I don't feel this should be pushed on anyone. For those of you who are interested in trying CBD oils, Bluebird Botanicals, after much research, I found to be a quality brand. This CBD brand is USA made, very affordable, uses organic hemp seed oils, is third-party tested for CBD quality and tested for harmful contaminants such as pesticides, mycotoxins, heavy metals, and residual solvents. Be aware, those of you who get regular drug tests, this might show up. Those with cannabinoid hyperemesis syndrome need to avoid this altogether, as your symptoms will get worse. Truthfully, I don't see anything wrong with using CBD oil, but I feel be on the side of caution and stick with lower dosages, as with higher dosages would likely increase negative side effects. And there you have it. Comment below on a topic that you want covered. I'll see you again in the next video.